Welcome to this lesson on solving trigonometric equations with multiple angles. Today, we are going to master how to handle equations involving 2 theta, 3 theta, and other multiples. This is an advanced method in trigonometry that appears frequently in exams and higher-level math. First, let's understand what we mean by a multiple angle. In a standard equation, we usually see sine of theta. This represents an angle moving at a standard speed around the circle. However, when we have sine of 2 theta, the input angle is multiplied by 2. This means the cycle moves twice as fast. Because it moves faster, it completes more cycles in the same amount of time, often leading to more solutions than you might expect. To solve these problems systematically, we use a 4-step process. Step 1 is to isolate the trigonometric function. Step 2 is crucial. We must adjust the domain to match our multiple angle. Step 3 is to solve for the multiple angle itself, finding all valid answers in that new domain. Finally, in Step 4, we divide our results by the coefficient to find the value of theta. Let's look at our first example. We need to solve sine of 2 theta equals 1/2. We are looking for solutions where theta is between 0 and 2 pi. Notice the 2 theta inside the parenthesis. We cannot just ignore it or divide by 2 immediately. Here is the most important step. Our original domain is for theta, which is between 0 and 2 pi. But since our equation has 2 theta, we need to multiply our search interval by 2. Our new search range is from 0 to 4 pi. This means we need to look for answers effectively going around the unit circle 2 full times. Now we find the angles where sine is equal to 1/2. In the first rotation, these are pi over 6 and 5 pi over 6. But remember, we need to go around again because our domain extends to 4 pi. So, we add 2 pi to our previous answers. This gives us 13 pi over 6 and 17 pi over 6. We now have 4 values for 2 theta. To finish the problem, we need to solve for theta alone. We do this by dividing every single answer by 2. Pi over 6 becomes pi over 12. 5 pi over 6 becomes 5 pi over 12, and so on. Notice that all 4 of these final answers fit perfectly within our original 0 to 2 pi limit. Here is a graph to visualize what just happened. The gray line is a standard sine wave. The red line is sine of 2 theta. Notice how the red wave is squashed. It oscillates twice as fast. Because of this higher frequency, it hits the blue target line of 0.54 times instead of just 2. Let's try a harder one. Cosine of 3 theta equals negative square root of 2 over 2. Since we have a 3 theta, we must multiply our domain by 3. We will be searching for answers from 0 all the way to 6 pi. That is 3 full rotations around the circle. First, we find where cosine is negative root 2 over 2. That happens in quadrants 2 and 3. We find our answers for the first rotation, then add 2 pi for the second rotation, and add 2 pi again for the third rotation. Once we have all 6 values for 3 theta, we divide everything by 3 to get our final list of answers. Be careful of 2 major mistakes. First, never divide the angle by the number before solving the trig part. Sine of 2 theta is not the same as 2 times sine of theta. Second, do not forget to extend your domain. If you stick to the original 0 to 2 pi range, you will miss half or even 2/3 of the correct answers. To wrap up, remember these 3 keys. Multiply your domain by the coefficient k, find all the angles that fit in that new, larger range. And finally, divide those answers by k to get your final solution. Thanks for watching, and keep practicing these methods.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.